Howdy ho, howdy ho! Thought of the day. Lashon hara, wicked speech. So, every atom that ever has been and ever will be, always will be. So, our Abba, Hashem, Allah, the All, created everything within self of what always has been and always will be. Created us in the image of our Abba, which is to have no image. And the reason why it's to have no image is because everything that we believe to be us in this material world always has been and always will be. It's in the circle of life. So, the Tower of Babel, we all do the same thing. We claim ownership of what belongs to our Abba. We claim to create what belongs to our Abba. So we can recreate, we can build our own tower and claim it as ours. So coveting what belongs to our neighbor is Lashon hara, because it's the wickedness of our tongue that makes us to believe that we can claim what belongs to our neighbor in the first place. So, we have to lie and say, I did, I created, I own. This is my land. And like I've said before, this vessel is also the soil. We came from Adamah, which is the soil, atoms. And we'll return to Adamah. But the Adamah doesn't belong to us, it belongs to our Abba, mother and father. So, it's like the serpent in Gan Eden, the Garden of Eden, questioning whether or not Hashem said something. That's Lashon hara. Questioning whether or not the trees belong to Hashem. Questioning whether or not we own things and have a right to rule over others and speak Lashon hara, make false and misleading statements so we can have control over what belongs to our Abba. That's Lashon hara. It's wickedness. Like I've said before, the serpent is the most cursed among all the beasts, which is the reptilian mind. And the more we attach ourselves to the reptilian mind and materialism, the more cursed we become. It doesn't mean that we have to look at materialism in a negative way, but the way we treat the atoms is very important. I have no right to trespass against others, just as others have no right to trespass against me. Anything we do where we believe we can write a law on parchment that is a trespass against other men, whether it's a false and misleading statement or you being a slickster, you're still attaching yourself to the serpent, which is the evil inclination of reptilian mind. So believing that you could write something on a piece of parchment and use a fictitious conveyance of language to mislead others so that you can racketeer their sweat equity, their God-given gift, which is an inalienable right. The right to live on the land does not come from other men. It comes from God. The right to travel on other land does not come from, the land does not come from other men. The right to wed and have a husband or a wife and a union, a divine union, is not a piece of paper. It's a spiritual contract between a man and a woman. It's not a piece of parchment. Never has been. These are all things that are Lashon hara, they're wicked speech. Because you're interfering with and taking advantage of and misleading others into believing certain things, and then you wonder why there's so many perversions on the land. Because man and woman no longer take a covenant between the two of them serious, they view it as nothing more than a piece of paper. So the physical act is no longer the union. The union is the piece of paper. Anyway, that's the message for today. Lashon Hara. That's why I say we're already in Mystery Babylon. It's what we create. It's what we make of this plane of existence. God bless. Much love.